plethora of strategies. Don't be scared, I'm right behind you.
Cheat with Kristen Holt, Tuesday night at 10 Eastern, 7.
Today on X-Play, we celebrate the sheer crappiness of movie games. Thrill at the horror that is Alexander. Learn why Will Smith wants nothing to do with bad boys. And why does everyone in King Arthur make this noise? Lights, camera, it's game time. Please welcome two nominees for Best Supporting Nerd, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
I help out the lead nerd.
We're very proud. Hello and welcome to X-Play's first annual Movie Game Awards show.
Once again, it's the time when the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences recognizes excellence in film.
And today we'll be recognizing the lack of excellence when those films are made into video games.
With the exception of games like Chronicles of Riddick and GoldenEye for the N64, most movie games have been, to put it mildly, akin to a painful rectal probing by an unlicensed Viking.
Those unlicensed Vikings can be rough. Today we revisit 3 recent movie games that take us from the cradle of civilization to the hooker-strewn streets of Miami.
Plus, we'll recap some of the worst movie games in history, from E.T. to Total Recall.
And our own X-Play programmers develop games based on the current crop of Academy Award-nominated films.
But we begin with a game based on a film based on a myth.
Yes, here's our review of King Arthur. You may remember the Bruckheimer-produced King Arthur as one of the summer blockbusters that busted no blocks whatsoever. Just in time for the DVD release, Konami has graced us with a quick and dirty hack-and-slash version of the legend that nobody saw. King Arthur purportedly chronicles the real story behind the legendary king, mainly by remembering that Romans occupied Britain for quite some time before they collapsed in on themselves like a neglected souffle.
Cut these savages down!
Arthur and his knights are about to be sent home for good, but Rome has other ideas.
How do I go to my men and tell them that instead of freedom, I offer death?
If your men are doomed the Knights of Leyden, perhaps some will survive. It is not written.
Aw, snap! So it's off to hack and slash your way through Dark Age era England, when men were men and language was not so much with the complexity. This is essentially a transparent ripoff of EA's Lord of the Rings games. You pick from 5 of the movie characters, whack enemy soldiers with your sword, turn in the experience for new moves when the level's over. Trouble is, the world of King Arthur is, shall we say, slightly less involving than Middle-earth. There are a few nice touches here and there. Mounted combat is smoother than you think, and offers a satisfying ability to trample your fallen enemies under your hooves. A ragdoll physics system provides a few entertaining deaths now and then, and Tristan plays like Legolas probably should have, an archer first and a swordsman second.
Fights like you have a death wish.
So would you if you had 3 wives.
Other than that, it's just mindless button tapping for 20 levels. The challenge level isn't even high enough to keep your interest later in the game. Once you've upgraded your archery skills, you can hold off entire armies with just your bow and smile. Hey, watch out for your own swinging log trap there. Fighting idiots. Even the movie sequences don't integrate all that well.
In Rome, we'll send an army.
This guy doesn't need an army. He already has one. You spend the next levels killing hundreds of his troops. Even the characters in the game don't seem excited to be there.
You are free to go.
That sums up King Arthur nicely. Much like the film, the King Arthur game is little more than a poor man's Lord of the Rings. It all feels stale from the start.
Marius is not a god. And you, all of you, were free from your first breath.
The game, however, costs money. Be sure to save yours. A 2 out of 5. enough grunting. They all sound sort of constipated.
Yes, the King Arthur film flopped, but at least it didn't bomb as badly as the next movie we're about to discuss.
In 2004, only one film bombed so massively that it nearly bankrupted an entire movie studio.
That film was a historical epic that came from an Academy Award-winning director and featured 2 Academy Award-winning actors.
And it still totally sucked. Here's our review of Alexander, the game.
I've known many great men in my life, but only one Colossus.
I have known a great many games in my life, but only one Colossus. And by that I mean a colossal piece of shit. Alexander, the biggest box office failure since Waterworld, has been transformed into an RTS with all the subtlety of Angelina Jolie's acting.
In my womb I carried my Avenger.
Jeez, calm down.
Womb.
Alexander seems like the perfect fit for a strategy game. He is still regarded as one of the finest military minds in history. But as you play the game, you'll realize that there is no use for tactics or strategy. Just point, click, and watch your perfect formations fall into a chaotic mess of sweat, blood, and men.
No one, not my finest enemy, has spoken like you to me.
Actually, I'm being kind.
No one.
Because the game claims that being a brilliant tactician will in some way help you defeat the enemy.
The battle is not about numbers of troops. I'm going to see if the rumors about Darius's battle skills are true.
The truth is that the best way to win a battle is simply to outnumber the other army. There is no sense in breaking this blob of men into a formation when stampeding through the streets will do just fine. Like a marching band of death. The battles are grand and massive in scale, and the idea of conquering the world as Alexander the Great is exciting. But don't expect to hear the dulcet tones of Angelina Jolie and Colin Farrell.
My womb.
No one.
Rather, you'll be treated what sounds like a high school theater troupe returning home from England.
I like the marquee. I am taking it.
Brigands! The booty is immense there, no doubt.
Brigands!
My father was ambushed and captured by folk and robbers.
Brigands!
The composer supplies his score and offers some words of wisdom.
I try to remember how is to live at that time, and by thinking, you reduce the chances of something. I think Alexander is for everybody. It's a very special case.
Yeah, it's real special. However, the game, like the movie, is a black hole of boring. A place where the light of excitement cannot escape. We give Alexander a 2 out of 5.
No one, not my finest enemy, has spoken like you to me.
Enough of Angelina Jolie screaming about her womb. We'll be back with more cinematic tragedies and a tribute to the worst movie games of all time.
But first, Morgan and I were just thinking about all the great movies that came out this year and the great games you could make based on them. We think they look something like this.
Card Battle hits the Napa Valley. Build a refined hand of fine labels, then battle your friends for complete vineyard domination. Cabernet 1991 Golden Leaf beats Sauvignon Blanc 02 Black Swan Biatch. This game does not condone underage drinking. As Dirty Harry himself, you'll hide in the shadows and slink past your own guilt. But beware the sudden death cage match with the stool of paraplegia. $1 Million Baby euthanizes boredom.
Coming up, generic dwarves can blow me. It's Lord of the Rings, the Third Age.
That is good enough for me.
Chicken selects from McDonald's. They're good.
Why? Because they say they're good?
Why do you do this, man?
No, why did they do this?
I bet they said crispy.
Crispy is just a code word.
Just like juicy chicken breast. That's how they get you.
It is juicy. With a Chipotle barbecue sauce.
Now they've got a sauce involved. Dippity dip dip dip. A zippy dipping sauce. Just as I suspected.
Are you still there?
Yeah.
Nobody
captures the best in baseball like 2K Sports. The #1 rated sports series of 2005. Get Major League Baseball 2K5.
You know, you could have sent a car.
Rated E for everyone.
Get me 12 eggs, 2 6-pack soda, 7 grain bread, 5 lime.
12 eggs, 2 6-pack soda, 7 grain bread, 5 lime, powder butter, 6 love you. Trying to cut down on phone time.
Could you pick me up at 6, please? I want to go with the hot shot.
Stay out till 12, please. At please, just this once.
Absolutely not. We read home by 10:10. It's going to be
10:45.
Do I hear 10?
Give me 10:30.
I'll get it rounded.
Okay, fine. 10 it is.
Is your family wireless plan costing you a fortune? Come to T-Mobile, where families talk free.
Free?
Free.
And now get more whenever minutes than ever. 500, just $49.99.
T-Mobile, get more minutes.
I need fantasy baseball advice.
Smell my aged cheese.
Don't ask Alan Berger. Ask Jeeves. And get what you're searching for.
Earn a college degree in the U.S. Navy. And proudly display your school colors. Navy, accelerate your life.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SUV Championships.
Anybody can ride an SUV. Not everybody rides it right.
Pushing it too hard.
Without respect for what they're capable of, it's easy to see why a lot of riders take the role. SUVs are big and powerful, and on top of one, you can feel almost invincible.
Easy now, big fella.
Keeping your SUV in off course.
Look at that control.
That's the idea, right?
Parts, give me more parts. At AutoZone, I can find the right part. Give me tailgate, engine, piston, bumper.
AutoZone, for over 750,000 new special order and salvage parts.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Parts.
Listen, Michael, this is really hard for me to say, but I gotta say it. I'm gonna be better than you, way better. And I know nobody believes me now, but I don't care, because they didn't believe you either. I mean, everyone said your big brother was gonna be the star. Not you. But no, you didn't listen, not to them or not to anyone. You just listened to your heart. And that's all I'm doing, Mike, listening. And I'm sorry, but my heart is saying it's time for you to step to the side, big brother.
It's the spicy Satabello. X-Play is coming up next.
Once again, two people who won't be winning any Lifetime Achievement Awards, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Could happen.
No, we'd have to do something first.
Fine. Welcome back to this special movie game edition of X-Play.
Yes, it's the time of year when America celebrates the best films of 2004.
So we're celebrating movie games, or we would be celebrating them if games based on movies didn't totally blow.
Don't believe us? Perhaps a generic Hobbit or two will change your mind.
Here's our review of a game based on one of our favorite films of all time, Lord of the Rings, The Third Age.
The world of Middle-earth is changing.
By now, everyone knows the story of Middle-earth. The Dark Lord Sauron has awoken and is seeking the One Ring to rule them all. A fellowship of heroes is formed to destroy the ring and save the free people of Middle-earth. They battle Balrogs and Dracula. Then, as we all know, they end up saving the world from darkness. In Lord of the Rings, The Third Age, you are not any of these heroes. You're not even as important as an extra. You are the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern of Middle-earth, a pointless background character that has no reason to live, just like this game. Yet, for some reason, people keep saving you.
What grace has been given to me? Let it pass to him.
Really, you should just let him die. Even his mission is pointless.
I'm looking for Boromir of Gondor. Have you seen him?
There he is! Ooh, I think he's dead. As Barad-dûr of Gondor, you're on a mission to find a soon-to-be-dead Boromir, which means you'll be following the real Fellowship around like a needy little brother trying to be important. Along the way, you'll team up with all the usual people of Middle-earth.
Hello, lovelies.
These second-rate heroes offer nothing in the way of compelling story, and seem to be only there for exposition.
White Wizard has betrayed us.
That would be a key to a very important item.
The elves are very resourceful.
That is good enough for me.
The cinematics aren't the only soulless aspects. There's also the gameplay. Battles are presented in classic RPG style and offer an exciting array of attacks, which is good. However, there are simply too few enemies to battle. You'll just see creatures repeated with different weapons. There are wargs, and very large wargs, goblins, and goblins with drums. Wait, can drums really be a legitimate weapon?
That
is good enough for me.
The only truly well-done part of the game is in character customization. But since these screens are boring, that's all I have to say about them.
That is good enough for me.
In a desperate attempt to link the game to the trilogy, you'll be rewarded with poorly assembled footage from the movie. But if I wanted to watch the movie, I'd watch the movie.
Rid us of your stupidity. That is good enough for me.
The game really should be better. The idea is a good one, but desperately clinging to the characters from the film makes your group of adventurers seem like exactly what they are. A pathetic attempt by EA to milk the franchise for every last dollar while doing as little work as possible.
That is good enough for me.
So unless you're a die-hard fan of the trilogy, you should hide in a cave and wait for the Third Age to pass. The Lord of the Rings, the Third Age gets a 2 out of 5.
That is good enough for me.
And how do I know I can trust you?
See, even good movies make bad games.
But Lord of the Rings Third Age can't compete with the worst movie games of all time. And we have a tribute to them coming up next.
But first, a little more movie magic from your friends here at X-Play.
That's me.
In the hands of Morgan Spurlock, a hamburger is a fatty, glistening discus of death. The fries fly when you duel him in a fast food fight to the finish. Comes with free Big Mac. Live the pedestrian life of a realistic taxi driver in the stunning prequel to the Oscar-nominated Hitman thriller.
Coming up, movie games so bad they made history. Oh, God, the pixels!
Brought to you by the U.S. Postal Service. Just about anything you can do at the post office, you can do at USPS.com.
Hey, Angie, you going to the post office? Hey, Ted, you going to the post office?
Do I know you?
Anyone go to the post office? Jeff, Ronnie, Connie. Isn't anyone going to the post office?
Hey, Chuck. Can't go to the post office? Go to USPS.com.
From buying stamps to shipping packages, almost anything you do at the post office, you can do at USPS.com. It's how the U.S. Postal Service is working for you.
Hey, Steve. Lunch?
Last Sprite.
That's mine! Hey, dog, follow that Sprite.
How's the burger? Good.
Oh, wait, where you going? You cheated! Show him on my toes!
Need social disaster insurance? Well, we're working on it. Progressive Auto Insurance. Not what you'd expect from an insurance company.
Wow, someone ordered all that!
I guess so.
Is it heavy? This is one of the new notebooks, integrated wireless, and it's so light, it's crazy.
So light, it's crazy.
Take delivery of a Gateway notebook featuring Intel Centrino mobile technology. Order one now for just $799.99 and we'll throw in a free photo printer.
The Yellow Box Sale. Get built-in walkie-talkie, GPS capability for voice-guided directions, and web access on phones starting at just 99 cents for a limited time. The Nextel Yellow Box Sale. Call 8888-NEXTEL to shop or find a store. Act now. Get the I-205 for 99 cents. Call 8888-NEXTEL now.
It's the Spicy Satabello. X-Play is coming up next.
Check this out. This is what we do for a living. We're video game designers. And we're game programmers. With the training offered at Collins College, you can learn to design, code, and test games like this. And this. Game design is a growing career.
For a brochure on a career in game design, call Collins College at 1-888-256-1200 now. That's 1-888-256-1200. Call Collins College now.
Worms and germs can attack your computer.
Something's wrong with your computer, and you've tried everything.
Try this.
One quick click. Velos will keep your entire system virus-free, safe, and secure.
With Velos, to make it faster than the day you got it.
Visit velos.com.
And make it quick.
If you even think you're slowing down, get a free virus scan at velos.com and make it fast.
Once again, two people who forgot their acceptance speeches, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
I want to thank
Someone.
No.
Hello and welcome back to X-Play's Special Movie Games Edition.
This year, we've seen a lot of bad movies made into bad games.
But now we want to take a moment to remember all the bad movie games that came before.
Games that paved the way for today's show.
Games that are no longer with us.
Please join us in a moment of silence as we celebrate their achievements. I'm sorry, that was deeply moving.
We're going to take a moment to pull ourselves together. While we do, please, watch me.
How hard is it to fly a plane during a germ-phobic panic attack? Can you come out victorious in a monumental battle with E. coli in a men's bathroom? First ever paranoid schizophrenic flight simulator. Before the drugs hit your streets, they've got to make it across the border. Help Maria find the most space-efficient way to pack her stomach full of smack. This game tastes good.
Up next, should you feel stupid if you bought Bad Boys Miami Takedown? Yes, yes, you should.
Is your name Dante?
Where did you hear that?
From your brother.
The prequel to the legendary Devil May Cry explodes with unrelenting action. Choose multiple fighting styles and become one hardcore demon slayer. Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening. Rated M for mature. Sweet dreams.
Thanks to our 5-5-5 deal, that's 3 pizzas for just $5 each. Everyone can get exactly what they want. It's changing the way people order pizza.
3 pizzas with whatever I want. If I want olive, I can order olive. If I want pineapple, I can order pineapple.
But you ordered 3 pepperoni.
I fear change.
Domino's 5-5-5 deal is back. Buy 3 or more medium one-topping pizzas and they're all just $5 each. Get the door. It's the 5-5-5 deal.
I'm a hustler, homie.
Good morning. Here's the new S-Carter basketball shoe.
Dragons, a fantasy made real. Sunday, March 20th, only on Animal Planet. Go to dragonsarecoming.com.
You love them! You really, really love them! It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb!
Yes, you love me. You really, really love me. Welcome back to X-Play Special Movie Games Edition.
We've been looking at games based on movies and asking one important question.
Why do movie games totally blow?
Perhaps it's the fact that the actual actors want nothing to do with the games, as was the case with Bad Boys, Miami Takedown.
Mike?
Like zombies and Joan Rivers, bad movie-based games never die. They just keep crawling after you, taking infected bites out of your movie game hopes and dreams. That stench you smell is the fetid breath of Bad Boys and Miami Takedown. All I can say is, wow.
Next time, Doug!
Bad Boys isn't exactly a powerhouse franchise, but still, there are things you'd expect from a Bad Boys video game. How about Will Smith? Nope. Martin Lawrence? No again. The song, they gotta have the song. Lots and lots of pointless violence? Unfortunately, this is the only thing it delivers. Mike and Marcus are back again to show you just how bad they are. These bad boys sling profanity-laced zingers at each other.
You can shut the up too!
This game might have a redeeming quality if it allowed you to shoot your partner.
There a reason why you pointing that thing at me?
But you probably wouldn't be able to hit him anyway.
You want to be bragging about, Marcus?
The characters don't look like the actors, and they don't try very hard to sound like them either.
Okay, boys, time to wake up and do the submachine gun cha-cha.
And you can't even tell which one of them is talking unless you see their lips move.
Well, how come I get all the shitty jobs?
Because I dress better than you.
Bad Boys has a built-in morality system. You can earn bad boy points by executing criminals.
Marcus 1, stupid dead punk 0.
Exploding barrels and shooting cakes and fruits. And birds. You're such a bad boy. If you want to play with perfect cop style, you can shoot the guns out of the bad guy's hands. Why don't they run away or pick the gun back up? Now disappear like a good little criminal. There are 13 levels of Bad Boy Tripe where you hide behind anything you can find and shoot at idiots. But don't worry, it only takes about 3 hours to play through the entire game. Headshots for everyone! Bad Boys Miami Takedown is like a rip-off of the gunplay aspects in GTA 3, but without the carjacking or the open-ended missions or the fun. They stuffed this cliche cop action game into a bag and then beat it with the suck stick. I'm sure Martin Lawrence's career is rolling over in its grave. Bad Boys Miami Takedown gets a criminal 1 out of 5.
You trying to write your name with bullet holes again? Because it looks like you spelled it. A-S-S.
Thank you for joining us in our celebration of crappy movie games.
We celebrate crap.
We do.
We hope we were able to share with you the magic of the cinema.
Someday, somehow, there may actually be some decent movie games.
But until then, we'll keep reviewing crap like Catwoman and Minority Report.
Oh, yes. Now, we wanted to leave you with something special because really that's the kind of people that we are.
We think we need to leave a lasting impression.
Yes, yes.
One that isn't painful physically.
Here it is.
This is just emotional.
Duck and dodge your way through 17 vision-impaired levels in this intense first-person shooter. Watch out for evil record execs and curves. Eat lead, sucker! With damaged optic nerves you can't see, but damn, you can sing. Jacko hits the streets looking for Neverland and innocent children.
Michael.
Powered by Jesus Juice.
G4 Sports presents the Winter Extreme Special. Head to the slopes of Aspen for the X Games. Rock the crowd with supergroup Ozo Motley. And get up close and personal with teenage snowboard sensation Shaun White.
I just really want to come into this contest with some vengeance for the half pipe.
Catch all the X Games action on the Winter Extreme Special. Tomorrow night at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. Brought to you by
Today on X-Play, War